Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So as we really look at a lot of things happening around crypto, mainly the big focus has been on institutional adoption, right? Back in 2021, we heard the saying that institutions are here. They are coming. They are going to be buying up everything. They're going to bring trillions with them. That never really realized in until just recently, where we saw BlackRock, Fidelity, all of the big players saying, hey, we want a Bitcoin ETF. And now they got their Bitcoin ETF. And now we look at what is the next step for them. That next step is tokenization and DeFi. Now, we don't get there without proper regulatory clarity. And this report came out from the SVP at Ripple X, which, if you guys don't know, Ripple X has been the major builder, supplier, whatever you want to call it. They've been the development side behind the XRP ledger that is pushing new developments to the XRP ledger. They've been doing an absolute incredible job. Obviously, this is a part of Ripple, but we have, as DeFi applications just crossed 60 billion in total value, reasonable industry oversight would bring more participants to the space. Now, this is all regarding institutional DeFi adoption. And what's crazy about this, right, is that this is from the SVP at Ripple X, right? And the number one thing that I've been focused on is what Ripple X has been doing. Guys, a lot of these big moves that Ripple X have been fully focused on and what they've been pushing, it's all regarding institutional DeFi. In fact, right, if we go over, well, first let's actually look into the article, because there's a lot that I want to go over regarding Ripple X and what they've been doing, but it seems as though right now they are making sure that the XRP ledger is going to be a breeding ground for institutional adoption and DeFi applications, which we will address. But we have DeFi needs institutions and regulation. And if we scroll down, we have the total value of tokens deposited in DeFi applications has just crossed $60 billion, hitting a level not seen since August of 2022. If we scroll down, this is an impressive milestone for the ecosystem, indicating a real interest from market participants in the underlying technology, coupled with forays into the tokenization of traditional assets like bonds and securities by major financial institutions such as HSBC, JP Morgan, Bank of America, and most recently Citi. It seems undeniable that DeFi and legacy institutions could converge to provide new utility by migrating a range of asset classes on-chain. And yes, as we actually look at this, right? Now, I was under the impression it was $7.5 trillion, but it actually says here that on-chain stablecoin transactions reached $11 trillion in 2022, which is pretty crazy to think about. So as we really look at this entire world of DeFi, it is primed. It has been positioned very well for institutional adoption. And I do think that we are getting there. I think that right now, currently, we are starting to see a lot of those big institutions now fully focused on this. And we have driving institutional adoption with regulatory clarity. If DeFi is to integrate into traditional financial services, there's a critical need for regulatory clarity. DeFi offers relief from long-standing pain points of traditional financial services. Issues such as access gaps, fragmentation, sluggish transaction speed, lagging settlement times, and high relative cost to engage. Increased regulatory clarity and transparency will be pivotal in attracting substantial investment from mainstream investors looking to add crypto to their portfolios. So it seems as though when we really look at this, right, we are about to be on the cusp of significant institutional FOMO for DeFi applications, DeFi services, solutions, things like that. But beyond that, tokenization definitely is the big focus from my point of view, because there is so much money behind tokenization. Citi has been focused on this. Some very large players like JP Morgan have been focused on this. HSBC, obviously, a lot of them, right? But the thing that I'm looking at is, are they going to be utilizing Ethereum? I don't believe so. So where is that dominance going to come from? Where's it going to go? And how much of a difference is that going to make? I think that when we are talking about the first $1 trillion coming on chain, that's when everything is going to change drastically. Now, like I said, and I've said it many times in the past, the XRP ledger has been perfectly positioned for tokenization, DeFi initiatives, all of that. Why? Because since its inception, it was built for these use cases. But again, when we look at what's happening, the big focus is on liquidity, speed, cost, settlement, all of that. So when we think about that, who do you think wins? Who do you think starts to see a significant amount of inflows? In my opinion, the XRP ledger is primed for this. But beyond this, right, we have down here the increased adoption of tokenized fiat and money market products offering yield like on-chain treasuries growing by more than 700% in a year can also be expected to fuel other tokenized real-world assets adoption. Tokenization is expanding beyond the traditional to include a broader range of alternative assets like real estate, carbon credits, and private equities. This diversification offers a landscape where digital assets can serve as the preferred medium for representing and trading anything of value. And yeah, I really think that we are about to see a very, very big move regarding institutions and tokenization and even DeFi itself. Outside of this though, like I said, when we go back to Ripple X, the significance of some of the moves made just recently really highlights where the XRP ledger and XRP stand at this. So we talked about this in a recent video. Axelar Foundation, Axelar Network, we have them collaborating now with Ripple X. This collaboration with Axelar Foundation will enhance the XRP ledger's interoperability by extending it to a wider range of blockchain networks while complementing the XRP ledger's feature set and opening new opportunities to broaden reach and utility. Now, the full breakdown is over here. You could read everything regarding this, but it's mainly focused on advanced real-world asset and DeFi capabilities on the XRP ledger. Guys, when we look at this, right? Like this is all regarding that shift happening around DeFi, tokenization, and really paving the way for institutions. And remember, Axelar Foundation and the network are already working with JP Morgan, and this is actually with Apollo as well. They have this Project Guardian with help from Axelar and others. Next generation proof of concept uses cross-chain infrastructure to advance the $5.5 trillion portfolio management industry. So again, this was a big one, but regardless, look at who you are being exposed to now through Axelar with the XRP ledger. You also have cross-chain protocol Axelar to develop Web3 services with Microsoft Azure. And then also MasterCard taps Axelar for Start Path program. A lot of these are pretty big moves and they're already working with some very large names, but regardless of that, what we are starting to see with these collaborations and the advancement of the XRP ledger regarding institutions and DeFi initiatives, this is only going to put the XRP ledger on the map more and more and put it into a much larger prime position. Like I said, the XRP ledger is ripe for a lot of these big DeFi applications and solutions to be built out on it. I actually think it's crazy that the XRP ledger didn't see as much adoption as other chains, considering the fact that it's been around for a very long time. When we look at the XRP ledger, guys, it's lacking a lot of great use cases. I don't see why it doesn't have them already. But I do think that Ripple X is also pushing this. When I talked about these institutional DeFi initiatives and the roles that Ripple is pushing on their website, this is going to truly allow for some significant use cases to be built out on the XRP ledger. This is institutional DeFi. This is in New York. They also have one in London. I've already put this out, and I already talked a little bit about it in recent videos. But all of this, in terms of what Ripple X is focused on, is regarding increasingly investing in institutional DeFi, which is the application of blockchain technologies and protocols to tokenized financial assets, combined with appropriate regulatory and compliance guardrails. Institutional DeFi is poised for massive adoption by the financial services industry, and Ripple is actively partnering with enterprises and institutions to develop solutions and use cases leveraging on the XRP ledger and its native digital asset XRP. This is a very big move, and we even see what you'll do. Institutional DeFi is critical to our mission of global financial equity and growth, and we are looking for a dynamic and growth-oriented senior manager of business development to join the Ripple X teams to drive adoption of institutional DeFi on the XRP ledger. This is a very big move. Guys, this is going to change everything around the XRP ledger. Once we actually have these use cases, this will change everything It truly will. And you know what's crazy about all of this is the AMM. Big shout to vet_x0. This is a validator on the XRP ledger. We have institutional DeFi on the XRP ledger, and the compliance burden on those institutions can be solved with the AMM plus DID. With the recent blog post, ZKP, Zero Knowledge Proofs, is an important piece to enable those users as well. And yes, if we actually go back to that blog post, you could see them talking a little bit more about ZKPs down here. You guys have it. Investment in adaptive DeFi solutions like ZKPs. All of this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. And we have exposing only minimum information on a public chain seems like a great middle path for those users between public and private. What I do miss is a stablecoin issuer that can handle large redemptions for the size of those institutions. And maybe the Axelar network integration in May will be helpful to that. And yes, this Axelar network integration that I just talked about, this happens in May. All of these major steps, in my opinion, are all leading us down the path to significant institutional DeFi initiatives and offerings on the XRP ledger. I cannot be any more happy about this. And also with the AMM, guys, 31 yays, 88.57% consensus. If this maintains this, which hopefully it does, don't get your hopes up, but if it does, we could have the AMM pushed on March 22nd. This is a very big piece of the puzzle. But like I said, everything right now around the XRP ledger is focused on institutions because they are here. Whether or not you want to admit it or not, it's okay. You don't have to. They are here. The Bitcoin ETFs are proof of that. But now they're looking at that next step. And even when we go back to what Ripple was pushing, right? Like if we actually go back to some of the recent articles that Ripple put out regarding Medico, for an example, like we've been starting to see a big focus on, institutions, even with standard custody, with the custody solutions. We have a big focus put on regulations and compliance because at the end of the day, Ripple is trying to target as many institutions and enterprises as possible, but you don't get there without compliance or without the infrastructure in place. The infrastructure, in my opinion, is Medico. I just talked about this in a video from yesterday, actually, where I was addressing how Ripple has already created the infrastructure for these institutions. But now we're starting to see them push it onto the XRP ledger. And this is where the real fun is. This is when the real fun starts, and this is when everything changes around XRP and the entire XRP community. I'm here for this adoption. Everyone's here for price action, which I get it, right? We are here. But guys, over the course of the next couple of years, things are going to change drastically around this space, technologically, but also even project-wise. Most of the space, if you really wanted to put a value on most of the space, it would be zero, because there's a lot of nonsense in the space. If you actually focus on the legitimate players, the ones that are focused on compliance, the ones that are focused on regulations, the ones that are focused on building legitimate solutions, Ripple is one of them. And now we are starting to see a big focus put on the XRP ledger with XRP. And I can't help but to be the one that is looking at this and saying all the pieces are falling into place. It's only a matter of time until we start to see institutions really adopting a lot of these significant ledger technologies and pushing out massive amounts of transactions or even volume on them. We know Hedera's been killing it. We know Stellar has been killing it with Franklin Templeton. It's only a matter of time until XRP and the XRP ledger also sees a significant inflow. Remember what we've been hearing from Arcix, right? 30 to 50 trillion on the XRP ledger by the end of 2025. I don't know how true that is, but even if we see 1 trillion on the XRP ledger, that is a very significant milestone. So 30 to 50x that's even crazier. But regardless, we got to start with 1. So with that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join for Discord on the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.